Hi, everyone. Congratulations on the first Visual Methods Conference. And thank you for coming to see us. We will give a presentation on behalf of Gaku MASUDA, whose British accent is not as good as ours. Haha. Anyway. What do you mean by virtual realization of field experience? Isn't it too much complicated?
Bonjour, I will explain to you. Virtual realization of field experience means reproducing the findings you gathered during field work, as a kind of miniature garden.
Miniature garden? Cool. Or maybe it sounds cheap.
Today, I will show you tools and methods to make your very own miniature garden in the virtual world. What I call a miniature garden is like this. Southern the place where we are now, is also a miniature garden.
Southern Island, Sounds like Malinowski's dawdling around.
Hey, this is not the Western Pacific.
Anyhow, mate. What is the fun about making a miniature garden?
A miniature garden is a model. Anthropologists are writing up their complicated fieldwork experiences into organized pieces of ethnography.
Okay.
Describing, taking picture, filming, drawing, recording. All these consist more or less in selecting a specific aspect of reality.
Is it so?
By force of circumstances, until this point, written language has been the main method. Other methods being just less represented. As ethnographic films clearly show, scholarly communications have grown up, not only in the field of written language. Academia from now on needs to advance from the language-centered world to cultivate the ability to critique visual or auditory materials in the same way as it does for written materials. Knowledge built from ethnology and anthropology doesn't only consist in written materials. For example, once there was a thing called RAF.
There still is, though.
RAF is a database made up by organizing ethnographies into cards with just a few paragraphs on them. Cards are classified according to specific themes. Roughly, that's the way RAF was made. Definitely it is a height in the era of writing at the time. However, data quoted out of context on the RAF cards makes for a content that is not that meaningful. However, this card-type database was the best technology available at the time. Fortunately, we in the modern age can look up any words in books and journals from all over the world anytime, while we are sitting on a tree trunk in our island. We can read page by page, keeping the context on your PC screen.
We are living in such a convenient time.
After all, technology is power, isn't it? Thanks to technological advances, more tools and methods have become available. The results of your research doesn't necessarily need to be put into words. Academic activities can put to use other media than writing as long as citations and critiques are possible. As the saying goes, horse for courses. Use writing when writing is the appropriate method. Use others, while others can do better. Typical anthropology consists of a reciprocal motion of fieldwork and writing ethnography. Then, through methods like comparison, critique and citation, reference to the other's text brings scientific field into existence. Now, what can be a modern infrastructure for comparison, critique and citation instead of RAF? What comes up to my mind is a combination of full text search database and G_I_S, geographical information system. For anthropology from now on, we can imagine building a user participatory database combined with full text searching and GIS. When we finally reach the goal that the RAF project was heading for, ethnographies won't be left in their first state of writing anymore. Owing to a better accumulated and organized knowledge, build-up of reservoir, we'll be able to achieve comparisons on a larger scale and with a higher degree of abstraction. Today, I will introduce you to a sophisticated GIS and how to make your own miniature garden, modeling, with it.
What? GIS?
GIS stands for Geographical Information System. It is like an online map on which you can bring any kind of data. Two softwares will be needed for making the miniature garden. Both softwares are quite popular and free to use. Once you get used to them, you will be able to use them in the same way for a long time. This is probably the format dependency-free way possible. I'd like to underline here is, these tools and method are available for you to use at any time, without any expenditure at all. GIS is no longer a specialist tool. It is a powerful platform for your research that anyone can master. Point data. Way data. Vegetation, weather, terrain, altitude data. You can even reproduce whole villages and cities.
I know this tower. It's Kyoto Tower, which resembles Japanese candle. Let's go to Kyoto.
Yes, we are very convenient to get to Japan. This method became available to all through Google Earth and SketchUp without any charge. This method is quite easy to use, compared to usual GISs. Combining the use of Google Earth and SketchUp allows you to create your own digital miniature garden. SketchUp is the tool to make miniature garden in Google Earth. It is provided without charge just like the Google Earth. With SketchUp, you can build communities and network linkages in chronological order. It becomes really powerful when you use it with Google Earth.
What are the benefits?
You can display your hard-to-explain ideas, such as a specific phenomena in another culture and experiences in the field with flexible visual presentation, a digital miniature garden. You can focus exclusively on the idea you want to convey and omit the unnecessary things. You can see it from any point of sight, with any scale. You can even transform it, as you like. You can walk through in the model you made with SketchUp. You can also make simulations with given conditions. You can bring it to the classroom, a research meeting, the field, anywhere. You can upload your miniature garden to the net to be shared with others. You can get cross-section drawing and projection drawing instantly with your choice of drawing touch.
Wow, so many cans here. I think I can create my own kingdom.
As long as you believe it is your kingdom, yes you may. The models can be built from scratch. Or you can build your model from photographs you have. If you have a construction diagram, you can build your model from the CAD data. There are two ways to build 3D models easily on SketchUp. One is an architectural precise way. You build this type of model as similar to the actual structure as possible. Let's see an actual process of making models.
At fast speed.
In the Muslim world of Southeast Asia, there is a cultural tradition of devoting years to learning, while being out of the secular everyday life. The learners build their own small cabins surrounding the master's house, and study day and night. Cabins are small 4 meters by 4 meters, simple constructions.
You're talking about Pondok, aren't you?
Yes, these cabins are modeled as such.